247 Toolset comes with a fundraising module, and from the dashboard you can get to that by clicking on the fundraising tab. Every portal begins with the general campaign, which is just a default, and everything would automatically go there. But if they want to, they can create multiple fundraising campaigns. Similar to that, if they'd like, they can create membership campaigns, but I'll go into that in a different video. In the fundraising campaign, when you want to create a fundraising campaign, let's say that you have annual drives, then for that reason you'd create multiple fundraising campaigns. On the other hand, if you just have one that you use over and over again, then you can go ahead and use the general campaign and everything would just be dumped there. But the benefit of having the annual or having multiple campaigns is that they're separate from each other. You can handle them differently. You can have different wording and things like that. So you might have a spring drive and a fall drive or something like that, but you can set it up that way. So if we go into the fundraising campaign to create a fundraising campaign, all you do is click on the fundraising campaign link there, and then you start putting it in. So I'm going to call this one Fall 2012 Campaign, and then you give it a description. This is a public description, so you want to put in something that's relevant. And then you can say what period it is. This is just a generic descriptor. So I'll put Fall 2012, start date 10/1, end date 11/30. Now, if you have an external link where people can go to do donations and stuff like that, you can do that. So if you use another donation platform adjacent to 247 Toolset, you can put that link here, or you can go ahead and just use the one that's going to be created with 247 Toolset, and I'll show you that in a second. This right here is whether or not there's a campaign page that's created on the website. This says that there is. And then you can create the short URL. And if you're not familiar with the 247 Toolset, comes with its own URL shortener, which is similar to tinyURL or Bitly, and we call it 247.ms. Every portal has the ability to create their own, so I'm going to call this one Fall 2012. And then I'm going to say whether or not you can text pledges to the campaign. Now, one of the strengths of 247 Toolset is its ability to allow you to actually text to the website. And so you can do that for a number of things, but if somebody texts just a number to the website, the number will be received as a pledge in the amount that you're texting to. So if I text 100, for example, it'll be received as a $100 pledge to the portal. So in this way, you can capture text pledges from an audience, for example, if you're speaking. Very powerful. Quick way to do that, of course, it automatically creates an account for a person if their phone number isn't already recorded in the system. It will then text them back and give them a link to start creating a profile on the website and fill in information for you. But at the very least, you'll have their phone number. You can then call them back, follow up, and say, hey, I saw you donated $100 or whatever. So that's powerful. Now, if you want to use this campaign to be the default campaign that receives the text pledges, then you can do that here. Only one campaign can receive the text pledges, so you can't text a pledge on how to go to this campaign and then text another pledge on how to go to that campaign. Only one can receive it at a time. So here I'm going to say that I want this campaign to receive that. Do I want public campaigner pages? And I'll go into what a campaigner is in a second. I'll say yes. The overall campaign goal, I'll say that we're shooting for $65,000. The default campaigner goal, I'll say that that's $500. And the default donor goal, I'll say that that's $50, and then I'll hit save. Once I hit save, then I'll see that in here, and you'll notice that there's $0 pledged, there's 0 collected. I'm going to go into the Fall 2012 campaign, and here we go. Now, here's the short URL that was created. If I go to that, and I then paste that in here, it'll take me to the campaign page that's on 247 Toolset's front side that will allow me to do that. So that's what that does automatically. And I'm going to go back here, so that's how that works. I'm going to go back here. Now this is all broken down by the different things you're going to do. So when you go in and do this, there are individuals who can give money, there are organizations who can give money, and all of those would be folks who are donors. A donor, when it's listed here under the Donors tab, a donor is somebody who will potentially give. So if you have the ambition of getting to, say, 100 different people in organizations, and you don't know whether they're going to give or not, you want to list those out here, because that will allow you to see a record of who you did actually talk to, and then of those who actually did give. Additionally, you can also put in your payments in the system, and you can create campaign teams. More about that in a second. You can also create templates. And the templates allow you to be able to set up things like invoicing reports, thank you letters that you want to send out, stuff like that. Now, all of 247Toolset's fundraising module is built around the YMCA's pledge card. And the YMCA's pledge card system allows me to be able to say that I've got different people who are going to talk to various folks. Those people who agree to talk to folks on behalf of the campaign, those are called campaigners in the system. And so a campaigner will then be assigned, or list out the number of people that they'll go and talk to. They'll go talk to them, and then they'll come back and they'll say whether or not they were able to get so-and-so to donate, or how much, and things like that. So the first step when you create a fundraising campaign, if you want to have a very organized fundraising campaign, is to set up campaign teams. Now, campaign teams allow you to be able to set up multiple teams. So you can have, for example, people who are, let's say that you have 20 people across your organization who are all willing to raise money for the organization. You can break those up into 4 groups of 5, and one of those people in each group can be the team captain, and the team captain's job is to make sure that everybody is actually getting to the people that they said they would. So their only job is to kind of follow up. But they're a campaigner just like everybody else, and they're to go out and do things. So to create a team, the first thing I do is I hit Add Team, and then I give the team a name. I'm going to call this Team Rogers, and I'm going to select the team captain. Now when I do that, it's going to pop up this window that lets me type in the last name of the person. Oops, sorry. And then when I do that, then I can go ahead and I can click on the person that I want to be the team captain. So there it is. And then I can put in the team captain's personal goal, what they intend to reach. I'm going to go for $3,000. The description, I am so excited. And then if I have an external link for the team, then I can go ahead and I can post that there. I'll go ahead and I'll hit save. So here I am, and you can see that I'm on the team. I'm the captain, and I'm also the campaigner in this case. But I want to have a couple other campaigners with me, so I'm going to pull in a few other people. So I'm going to pull in our sales director, Chad Stamper. He's going to be one of our campaigners. And I'll also pull in someone else. There. And now you'll notice that each one of these folks, we set a goal, a standard campaigner goal of $500 when we first set up the campaign. So that's why we're seeing these numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And you'll notice now that what it's done is it's taken the campaign goal that was given, $3,000, $500, $500, and that's now created a team goal, and that's what it will do. It will go ahead and aggregate that and post that total. So now I've created a campaign team. So the next step then is to be able to assign donors to the campaigners on the team. So I can click this link, or I can also go into each campaigner and do it that way, but I'll just click this link to do so. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign folks to each one of these campaigners. So when I go in here, I'm going to type in the last name of the person I want to put in. And there's Tom, and I'm going to pick on a couple other people here. And there's him, and then I'm going to pick on an organization now. And there we go. So now I've got those, and those are all assigned to Aaron.